Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. I hope that you are doing well. We're going to get right into your reading. Been kind of charged into these messages today. I have a bunch of candles lit that I understand now after doing the Pisces reading why. Lot of very highly charged, magnetized, big energy, and we are definitely going through another great change, being asked to go into our deep inner psyche. I did a video on this about Venus going into the underworld, as she is currently in between the sun and the earth, and she has left view from the sky. She goes into the underworld. She will reemerge on the 21st as a morning star. But as she's going through this phase, so are we. Our energy of love, self-love, our relationships as well. So check that video out if you feel called to. It is called, Why Is It So Hard for Us to Love Ourselves? Why is it so hard to love ourselves? Venus into the underworld, or something like that. I just uploaded it on the channel yesterday. All right, Capricorn. What is the message for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Capricorn, please? Capricorn, I just got a big rush of heat up and down the spine. You may have some big energy going on right now within you. Okay, we have discipline. First card out. I can accomplish what I set my mind to, so you may be trying to follow some regime or discipline yourself to something that it is that you're being called to do at this time for the betterment of yourself and your journey. We have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Maybe on the fence. Maybe not trusting your intuition. Or you're just playing both sides of the fence. 1 foot in the third dimensional matrix or the Maya, the illusion, and 1 foot in the spiritual, cosmic, true, authentic self. And it's okay to have 1 foot on both, but if you are putting your energy mostly in one way or the other, there's an imbalance here. You want to use your intuition. Trust your intuition. That's that saying of being in the world, but not of it. Trust where spirit is leading you and guiding you. And I feel like you are being called to use some discipline with regarding some aspect of your life. Maybe put in more of a practice, a spiritual practice, or maybe this has to do with your focus or your health. Clearing away addictive patterning. Imagination. Beautiful. And we have change. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. And we're going to get deeper into that. But honestly, Capricorn, if you're not trusting or following your intuition, it's going to be really hard to tap into your imagination at the same time. So you may be dipping into these realms, but then plunging into again, the Maya, the matrix, the old ways, the repetitious, patterned, old version of self, which is still not old yet, but you are going through a change. Death below that. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, change. So, and big changes are ahead of us all. We are sort of in this little bit of a holding pattern as we are being invited to dive deep into our own inner psyche, our underworld, so to speak. face our shadow, understand. And this is about soul retrieval, retrieving lost parts of ourselves, parts of our soul, deep, important parts of ourselves that we have left behind during trauma, abuse. Could be your voice. It could be your trust. It's different for everyone. But again, if you feel called to, check out the video I did on this energy of Venus in the underworld, because it will give you a lot more understanding of what I'm saying here. As well as check out the video I did on the Lionsgate. I did a collective reading on the Lionsgate energy, which speaks all about change and letting go of the old. Because when we leave parts of ourselves behind, we still have to continue to grow and grow up and live life. We develop these patterns and these egoic parts to first to survive, basically. And now we're at the point where life is like spirit, the cosmos is like, okay, it's time to go back, get these parts of yourself back, and let go of these egoic patterns, because they're no longer needed. They may certainly not be serving you at this time. That could be what you are being asked to put more discipline into. We'll dive a little deeper into that. What else for Capricorn? We have Starseed and the Great Wheel. Two major arcana came out together. Understanding that we are all made of the same thing as the stars. You are a starseed. Well, again, check out the video. Why is it so hard for us to love ourselves? We are the front runners. We are the way showers. We are the first ones completely being sprung into action, awakened. And we're in this great wheel, this cycle. So we're being asked, are you going to continue to go around and around and around, the snake eating its tail? Or are you going to allow yourself to grow, evolve, and change and move? This is where discipline fell under discipline. So understanding that to be part of the way showers, the front runners, that really just means we have to strip away the old ego, that all the old beliefs. You got to unlearn everything that you've been programmed and conditioned to learn, retrieve lost parts, soul retrieval, and open your heart. Self-love. You can't do anything until you give yourself full love, and you need those parts. So it takes these deep dives into the underworld of yourself, into the and it seems scary. I don't want to go there, but are you going to keep going around and around and around is what I'm hearing? Or are you going to take the time to actually retrieve what was yours all along? It's not lost. You just left it somewhere. This is in the inner psyche. Retrieve that back and strip away the false ego patterns that you had developed to survive up until this point. They are no longer needed. We need self-love that illuminates the heart. That is the inner guidance. And that self-love, that light, that starseed light, is what emanates from outside of you and starts to awaken others as well. This has nothing to do with the ego. You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to do anything. It is your natural born gift. When the ego mind takes over and thinks it knows, things don't work out the way that you expect that they would, and they really don't have the law of karma. The cause and effect is always going to show you where you need adjustments in order for us to change and grow and evolve. Okay. Alchemy. So if you understand the alchemical process of, changing metals, of So this is spiritual alchemy, but it's the same process. And we go through a dissolving and all of these things, dissolving the old, breaking down and changing. You're going through an alchemical process, but it's really important to touch base with your feelings, your emotions, your intuition, so that you are following your inner guidance through this process. Otherwise, it can be a very long and scary and dark and weird and crazy road while we're going through that. Alchemy is also how we manifest and create our life experiences through what's going on internally. So our inner psyche, our inner world, our emotional body is fueled by the mind, the mental, what has been also programmed and conditioned our entire time here on life on earth. That's what generates what we experience outside of ourselves. So what is it that you have been creating for yourself? And how can it change? What can be changed? What can you discipline yourself to turn off the chat? It's never going to turn off, but I'm feeling like Capricorn, some of you are still following an old voice. Yeah, voice. An old, you think it's your guidance, it's not. It is, it's linked to that part of you that has been left behind in childhood. A part of you that you may not want to fully embark on, but this is our opportunity to. Okay. All right. You may not even fully trust what I'm saying here, and that's completely, take what resonates for you. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I'm hearing that as well. 9 of Crystals with the moon, or Luna. Luna. This is the feminine energy, the dark feminine energy, the emotional world, the mysteries, right? What we cannot always see, the subconscious mind with the 9 of Crystals. This is gifts here on earth manifested. This is our desires, our hopes. This is desires, it's manifesting. This is using your imagination to actually create that which is desired based off of your emotions. But what is it that I was getting that again. 2 of Orbs. What are you juggling? What are you creating? Is it, topsy-turvy? Sage of Orbs below that. So you are learning, slowly but surely, you're learning how to create here in life without letting the ego mind take over. Or when it does, you catch yourself and you're like, oh, yes, okay, that's right. And it's okay. This is how we learn, right? But make sure you're not juggling too much. This might be also what is changing for you right now, Capricorn. All right. Try not to go too fast. I'm hearing for some of you. You may be getting glimpses of like, oh, I understand. I don't see the tower, but it's like, I get it. But do you get it all the way? Because you're not totally trusting your intuition, or the ego mind is still getting involved. I'm hearing that as well. And you think that is your intuition talking to you. So we have to understand where these voices come from, where this guidance comes from, and how it feels. Feelings is way more important than any of the other intuitive senses. How do things feel? If they don't feel good, most likely you're following something from the mind, or you're misreading. Right, intuition again. The waiting game. Misunderstanding. Thank you. Misunderstanding. Maybe misled. Being misled by the mind that says, I know, but do you? Because this card's telling me that you're not sure. You're not really sure that you do. I don't really see any fear here. Okay. Stand your ground. Okay. So you're being challenged right now. You have put some discipline on your path. You have just started to set your mind to create great changes, positive changes for yourself in your life. And there's definitely some adversity that comes your way to try to knock you down or have you question your intuition and yourself. Stand your ground. Your deep inner knowing. Continue to follow how it feels. And be mindful of seeking recognition and reward for what it is that you're creating. While you're not totally in alignment with your intuition, in all aspects of your life, every single aspect of life is a spiritual journey. There isn't anything, you can't separate the two. There is no separation. That's fragmented thinking. Crown chakra. Here we go again. I understand. I understand. Do you understand the messages that are coming in? Well, it seems as though you are taking the time. Beautiful. Again, through some of these, you're being asked to rest and rejuvenate your energy, protect your energy, but not a protection like I need a shield, I need a barrier. No, meaning I need to take some time to myself and not have so many other people's chatter going on in my mind, in my ear. Because there's definitely something that you're still suffering in silence about. And it has to do with friends, loved ones, others. There's your card, Capricorn, right below crown chakra. Do you understand? Or is your inner authority an old programmed conditioned part of the mind taking over again? All the shoulds. You should do this. I should be doing that. Is that taking over your path here? Choose wisely. Choose wisely, because the universe has been putting on your path love from friends and people, heart-centered connections, new beginnings, opportunity for balance, opportunity for spiritual union. This will block it each and every time. It may appear, but it's going to repel it. So do you understand what life is giving, what opportunities, what options life is giving you right now? Okay. Okay, let's get one more message for you, Capricorn. Wow. We're going to read from the Starseed Oracle for you. One more message. And please, if you're liking this video, click the like button. Don't forget to click the like button, the thumbs up button below the video. It really helps get the messages out into circulation for more people to hear, as well as helps with the growth of the channel. And I appreciate all of you who do take the time to click the like button. Feel free to comment. I love to read all of your comments. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe if you feel called to. And if anybody is looking or interested or feels called to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com, and that information is in the description box below. All right. Last message for Capricorn. Surrender to the sweetness Venus energy. Definitely, if this is resonating for you, Capricorn, check out it's not even a reading, the short video I did on the Venus energy called Why Is It So Hard for Us to Love Ourselves? Pleasure, joy, make love to life. I feel like this is one of your biggest allies to that at this time, Capricorn. So you may be fighting that love of life and opening your heart, disciplining yourself, fighting the changes that are happening, fighting the imagination. Okay, let's read this from the book. Surrender to the sweetness of life, Capricorn. We never know how long we're here. And, you know, in the end, it's sad to see that most people give most of their time and energy to this patriarchal, distorted masculine energy, needing power, needing to control also, when we could just surrender to the beauty and the sweetness of life. Okay. Because our mind thinks that we can, you know, we have control. And we don't. The only thing we have control over is ourselves. And even then, we don't always have control over that either. Okay. This is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus, and in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out, to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focus on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. So, Capricorn, again, you may be also suffering in silence because you have not surrendered to the sweetness of life and celebrating that with other beautiful souls that are amongst you. You may be all work and no play. And so definitely, if this resonates for you, put that into your discipline practice as well. I hope that this was helpful for you, Capricorn. I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.